Well, for people with a disability, pulling up to a filling station to get some gas can be difficult.
If they can't get out of their vehicle, sometimes they just might sit there and get no help at all. Well, WATE 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare went to Campbell County, where he talked with a disabled man who knows this problem, Don, all too well.
He sure does. He recently returned from an out-of-state trip and had a very difficult time finding a friendly gas station. The Americans with Disabilities Act passed 28 years ago. The ADA includes rules dealing with filling stations. For most people, the process of filling up at the tank at a self-service station is simple. You get out of your car, swipe your credit card, or go inside with cash, and in less than 5 minutes, you're on your way. But if you pull up to a gas station, you're alone and you're in a wheelchair or can't get out of your car easily because of a disability, what happens if there's no button to push and you can't get the attention of an attendant? Mike Powers considers himself a pretty independent guy, despite being disabled for the past 50 years, following a car wreck when he was 18. Although a paraplegic, Mike is able to drive as long as the car has an automatic transmission. Under federal rules that govern people with disabilities, Mike is supposed to get help pumping gas when he gets to a filling station. However, returning from a trip out of state recently, he got no help.
I think the worst was this time when I came back, those 3 exits hitting Tennessee. You don't get no gas. You sit there and sit there, so you finally got to go somewhere else or your lid blows off the top of your head.
The Americans with Disabilities Act requires self-service gas stations to provide equal access to their customers. Refueling assistance is required upon the request of a person with a disability. Through appropriate signs, customers with disabilities can obtain refueling assistance by using a call button, honking, or otherwise signaling an employee. Refueling assistance is free. There's no charge beyond the self-service price. However, a station is not required to provide service if there is only one employee on duty. Are you discovering that some of these filling station attendants aren't aware of the ADA rules?
It's either they're not aware or they don't give a hoot, one of the two. It's very stressful when they don't come out. I mean, if I got gas, it's okay. I'll go on to the next station. I get mad and I go on to the next station. Then I get to thinking, I know I'm not the only one that's going through this.
At home in La Follette, getting gas is less stressful for Mike as he heads to the Woodson Shell Station, where he pulls up to the drive-through window and is greeted by a friendly attendant.
Hey, girl.
I get you.
I need 20 in gas.
20 in gas, all righty.
Within a moment, he's good to go.
Go on out to a pump and we'll be right out with you, okay?
See?
Mike says finding this type of service makes life easier for anyone with a disability who needs a fill-up.
Not only do they pump it, they're friendly. I mean, if you need anything, they'll ask you. If you need 6-pack of Cokes, they'll go in and bring that out to you.
Stations are required to post signs informing the disabled how they can get service from an attendant.
If they're handicapped or have any type of, we try to do our best to accommodate them. So if they need our help pumping gas, we come out and help them.
For the disabled, driving alone, having a favorite gas station or attendant or asking a passerby for help is sometimes the only way to refuel. Now, in 2012, Congress expanded the ADA to recognize some disabled drivers who would like to pump their own fuel. The expanded law now requires that all operable parts of a gas pump be at or below 54 inches above the driving surface, that any new construction must have those parts at no higher than 48 inches above the surface. If someone in your family is disabled, you know what it's like for them when they go to a gas station and can't get gas. Presently, complaints from members of the disabled community help drive compliance at these filling stations. And Kristen and Ryan, Mike Powers says when he's denied service, person on duty gets an earful.
Oh. It breaks my heart, though, to think that he stops at a station and no one will come out and help him.
Yeah, it happened.
And goes on to the next one, same thing, and then the next.
And he just, you know, he called so everyone is aware of this rule. I wasn't aware. I've seen those signs, but I wasn't really fully cognizant of all of these rules.
Hopefully this wakes some people up out there.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Don.
If you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email at ddare@wate.com or call a 6 on Your Side hotline number at 865-633-5974.